I am a pre-K teacher. I teach for the joy of the kids, of learning, and I just have fun with them, just to watch them grow. My name is Angela. I am 60 years old, and this is my story. I grew up in the Sutton homes, and I come from a family of 7, single household. Looking back, I know that was a big responsibility for her to care for all of us the way that she did, just to make sure that we had a roof over our head and food to eat. And I could see that it may have been a struggle, for her. I have 2 kids. My oldest, her name is Anissa. My youngest, his name is Joshua. Having a son has been all of my gray hairs. In middle school, it became a big job. When he joined a gang with other kids, I knew then that it was more than what I anticipated for his life to be. Once I got a divorce, then I saw my kids changing because it affected them. Well, Joshua, he got to high school and he found out that his dad was in jail. And I guess it affected him in a way, and he just burned out. The first time I had to deal with this, I get a call at 12 o'clock at night, and they let me know that he's in juvenile. He was 15. I know that I had to go to court, and I'm standing there in disbelief that I'm in court with my son, and I really don't understand why. Officer, he said, I know he comes from a good place, but just let him go, Well, for me as a parent, that's kind of hard, but he didn't change. And we went through everything that we went through, and he ended up in prison. For me, raising a black young man, it was hard because I always felt guilty. Was it something I did? Was it something I missed on my behalf as his mom? I felt guilty because I had to work to get off of welfare. That was not an option for me, but I knew I had to have something to take care of them. And so with me going to school and me working 12 hours as a CNA, and I did that over 20 years, and then I just felt, how do a woman raise a boy to be a man? I remember I get a phone call from a friend of his, and he says, Miss Wilson, Joshua's been shot. And I just sit there, and I don't look back to blame anyone, because he's my responsibility. You get on housing, and housing is really, I would think it was there to help you to feel better about where you stay, but you're only limited to where you can live. And yet that's where the system fails, where people discriminate against you when you try to get a better apartment. That's the downfall there. And then you have to stay in this little bitty block, which is not good company for your kids. When you're in the school system, it's not the best, because you have to be here. If you're on Section 8, you have to. And if you can't afford to pay the rent, then you can't afford to break off of it. But I did, but it was too late. I know it's not going to be easy for him. I know this. I'm just hopeful that he will find the right support to support him on his journey for, job placement, place to stay. Don't judge single moms. Those are the women, the single parents who work the hardest to make things better in the world, or make a difference, because you're so hard on them that they're going to do everything in their power to prove you wrong.